Mansfield Town versus Arsenal. Here we go again, back in the FA Cup. And this should be another game where we just see it through entirely. Um, so, I did take a look at our injuries, and I noticed that William Saliba seemingly is still out. I don't know the extent of his injuries, but according to this, he suffered an ankle injury. Apparently, it was against the Chelsea game, and that's why he missed the Brighton one. However, with this kind of injury, I'm a little bit concerned with Mosquera's with the amount of minutes he might get. Again, I don't know the extent of the injury. I don't know if William Saliba might be able to make it back. But now was really not a good time to get such injuries like William Saliba. Now, with Mansfield Town, they're 16th, I believe, in League One. As I say, it should be a game where we could put our B team against them, pass them around, push them out the way, move on to the next round. No disrespect, of course, intended. However, I just want us to get this job done. As I said before, I don't care if we win ugly, I just want us to win. Sorry, something on my screen there. Another disclaimer that I do think I need to add, though, and this is going to be quite important, is that I will not be able to watch this match today. There's going to be no watch along, and there might not even be a full review of it, really. I'm going to be doing something with my personal life, something that calls for it, and I'm afraid I won't be able to watch it. But that doesn't mean that I won't be keeping an eye on the scoreline and praying that we get a result. We really need it. And I will try to at least get to watch maybe a replay of the match. But until then, there's nothing I can really do about seeing the game itself. So unfortunately, for this game, there's going to be no live watch along. There's not going to be any well, I won't say there won't be any review, but there won't be a review where I'm going to sit down and discuss individual performances. I have to be completely fair. I don't want to be dishonest with anyone. So my best bet really for player ratings will probably be me have to look it up and see what everyone else is saying, and I can only really parrot that. But for this game, Mansfield Town, we still need to go over there, and I've consistently said this. It doesn't matter who you're playing, get the job done. And I'm not expecting us to lose this by any stretch of the imagination, but we have seen a few FA Cup upsets very early on. Let's not see another one tomorrow. I'm not even sure who else is in the FA Cup anymore, if I'm honest. I've not been paying attention to anyone. So I guess we can talk a little bit more about the what's going on in the news right now, because all you see in the media right now is Arsenal cheating this, Arsenal destroying the beautiful game, Arsenal players X, Y, and Z. And look, this is something that is being parroted across social media, across media outlets, and the agenda is so clear at this point. It's unbelievable how clear that is. And people will still sit down and say, oh, Arsenal get treated favourably around the internet. No, but the bloody hell we don't. I've seen it everywhere where Liverpool were doing set-piece domination, and it was all Liverpool, set-piece kings, this, that, and the other. That is how people win the Premier League. When Arsenal does it, we're ruining the sport. It's the dark arts all over again. Set-piece FC, corner FC. And I can really appreciate how Arsenal responded to that, to be fair. With Arsenal coming out and letting out that video of the corner of Arsenal everywhere you go. That was probably one of the funniest things Arsenal could have done at that point. And it's really the mentality that we should have as a football club. If people want to paint us as the villains, we can be their villains. We're not going to change their mind. Their mind is already set. They already hate us. So let them hate us. Let other people hate us. The only thing I care about is whether or not we succeed. And if we do succeed, if we win major silverware, it shuts people up. And that is one thing they cannot stand the thought of, is Arsenal winning the Premier League or the Champions League. FA Cup or Carabao Cup is nice, But if I had to choose, it'd be either the Premier League or the Champions League. And winning one of those two would just shut people up entirely. Winning both of those, here's hoping. But winning both of those, that would be beautiful for us. But still, we have to take it one step at a time. It's the 5th round of the FA Cup. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the quarterfinals after the FA Cup. I believe. And yeah, no. As I say, we're currently fighting on 4 different fronts. And we're in peak position for all of them right now. And the fact that Nottingham Forest, God bless all of you Nottingham Forest fans, by the way, the fact that they managed to take a point from Man City, at the Etihad, has just made our position even stronger. Now, it is in our hands. It is, I wouldn't say firmly in our hands, but still enough in our hands. We have control over what happens right now. And if we continue getting 3 points, that's all that matters. Now, we will have, as well, a few difficult games left in the Premier League, such as, for example, Man City and Newcastle, one after the other. But if we can get past that Newcastle game and we're still with maximum points, at that point, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to say, I think we're winning the league. I will get really excited. I'll get giddy. But I can't get giddy just yet. We've been in this kind of position too often, and I've seen what happened. So, for now, I'm going to try and stay as calm as I am, hold out a little bit of hope, but hold it out with a pinch of salt at the same time. But of course, this is my football club, these are my boys, and I'm going to back them through thick and thin. And right now, they need us to back them, absolutely. But anyways, FA Cup. And I'm going to get now into my starting lineup. And starting off in goal, I'm going to say Kepa. And I think Kepa, bringing him on, it's a great opportunity to give Raya some rest. In the defence, and I'm assuming Saliba is injured. So in the defence, I'm going to say Piero Hincapié and why can't I think of his name? Christian Mosquera, that's it. In the right back position, I do believe that Ben White is injured. Yeah, Ben White's taken a knock, and I don't know how long he's out for. So for the sake of it, we'll have to say Urian Timber. And on the left back, I'm going to say Calafiori. It's about time he gets a few more minutes, get a full game in. Now in the midfield, it's kind of hard because we've got Mikel Mourinho in there now. And of course, we got Mikel Mourinho out of there now. And we've also lost Odegaard, so it's kind of hard for me to give a really solid one. But I'm going to start us off with Norgard. Play Norgard, obviously. And I mean, this shouldn't even be up for debate, Norgard. We know what he's capable of. With him, I'm going to say play Zubimendi. We need to give Declan Rice a break, really. Zubimendi should also really get a break, but for now, because Mikel Mourinho's out, I will play Zubimendi. In the attacking half of that midfield, I think it has to be Eze still. I can't think of anyone who can play in that position. Well, maybe we could put Lewis Skelly in the midfield somewhere. But I'm going to say Eze. On the left midfield, I'm going to say play Martinelli, sorry. And on the right, I'm going to say play Madueke. It's a good opportunity for Madueke to get some minutes in, give Saka a rest. And up front, I'm going to say play Gabriel Jesus. And it's a good opportunity to give Gabriel Jesus some playtime as well. And look, this team that we put out should 110% still be Mansfield Town. And as I say, just beat them, get the job done, move on, get into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, and hopefully we can still get a nice enough draw. But anyways, that is my match preview. Like, share, and comment, and please do subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And I will see you for the match review, hopefully, for Mansfield Town versus Arsenal. Goodbye for now.